Hello, testing, testing. Okay, my mic is working. Hi. Good morning. I realize the music might be a little loud. Let me turn it down. Hello. Good morning. Or afternoon, evening, wherever you are. Man, we have come a ways. I think we were about here in the Leetcode blind 75 list before we switched from Java to Python. We're now on house robber 2. I think it was either this problem or decode ways where we were before we made the switch. So we almost out of the woods. Okay, let's look at this problem. House robber 2. You are a professional robber planning to rob houses along a street. Each house has a certain amount of money stashed. All houses at this place are arranged in a circle. That means the first house is the neighbor of the last one. Oh, meanwhile, adjacent houses have security systems connected, and it will automatically contact the police if 2 adjacent houses were broken into on the same night. Yeah, really bad security system. Given an integer array nums representing the amount of money of each house, return the maximum amount of money you can rob tonight without alerting the police. Okay, should we do this the recursion way or the bottom-up dynamic programming way? Top or bottom? I think I want to deal with the recursion way first. It's usually easier for me to think about it via recursion and then dynamic programming. Okay, let's go. So how do we do this with recursion? The heck is even our base case? So I suppose we would need an index I to store our current house, our current location, man, it is hard to write with the mouse. Okay, so if I is out of bounds, then we're done, right? We can return 0 because I guess I would represent what's the best haul you can get stopping at house I, or starting at house I. Yeah, that makes more sense, starting at house I, because you would add up your previous houses in your previous recursion frames. So if I is out of bounds, you would return 0 because starting from the ith house, which is out of bounds, which doesn't even exist, if yeah, the best height starting from house I that is out of bounds should be 0. And then you can add up your previous house values in your previous recursion frames. So far it's kind of like house robber 1 so far. So you would start with nums as usual, and then your I. We probably need a helper function for this. So if I is out of bounds, then you return 0. Next is your recursive calls. So you can either rob. So I represents our current house, right? We have two choices at the current house. We can either rob the current house. Let's say I'm the house. You can either rob me or don't rob me. So our two recursive frames would be nums, and then I plus 1, this would be not robbing me, because if you rob me, you can't start at the next house, you have to start the next house down, next house. So this is the case where you don't rob me, and then the case where you do rob me, so nums. Ryugaz says, hey, hello, how you doing? It's a Friday. Do you have any cool weekend plans? Okay, so in the case that you rob the current house, you would do numsI, the value of the current house, plus I too do Leetcode, you know? Oh, that's pretty cool. Have you just started, or have you been doing it for a long time? So current house value plus f of nums, and then I plus 2, because you can't rob the adjacent house. Okay, so far this is a lot like house robber 1. But the catch is, if you rob house 1, you cannot rob the last house. That's the only difference here, right? I see. So if the current house is the last one, like this case over here, if we're on the last house, we can't do this if we've robbed the first house. So maybe over here we have an extra variable that says like first. I don't want to write house, I just write it. This first house robbed. Yeah, we might need an extra variable that stores if the first house is robbed or not. And that determines if we can rob the last house. Last, and then we check this thing. I wouldn't say I'm great or anything. I have 1415 contest rating. Is that good? That sounds really good. If we're basing it off of chess.com elo points. Leetcode uses elo points too, right? So 1415 sounds pretty decent. You know what? I think this is it. So base case is if I is out of bounds, then return 0. This is the case where you rob the current house. So you can only do this if, well, if it's the last house and the first house has been robbed, then you can't do this. This would default to like 0 or something. And then, yeah, when you rob the first house, this one, you would need to update this too. And then else, you do the value of the current house plus starting from 2 houses down. And the solution would be the max of this thing. Max of this whole shtick. Yeah. It's somewhere middle in between beginner and intermediate. Oh, I see. Do you have any goals for Leetcoding? Like, do you want to get to a certain elo rating? You're a professional house robber. Yeah, I'm so professional that I can only rob houses. Every other house. It's physically impossible for me to rob every 2 adjacent houses. Okay, it's coding time. I think we need a helper function, so def the helper function. I realize that if you nest the helper function inside the main function, you don't need to do the annoying self dot thing, which is kind of convenient. So list and then we need to track our I over here, and then first robbed, which is a boolean. Is this how you do boolean in Python? I is an int. That's not how you do boolean, is it? Python boolean type. Boolean type parameter. How do you declare a Boolean type? Boolean type in function signature. Hello, is it that hard to look up? Oh, bool. It just bool. Okay. Oh, thanks for enough Sigma. I should have looked at chat earlier. Thank you. Okay, so if this is the base case, if I is greater than or equal to the length of nums, meaning it's out of bounds, then you return 0. Yay. AI overview is so bad. Really? Is it actually? I actually have not found, I mean, for basic coding lookup like this, I feel like it's alright. Well, I guess this was a bad example. It took me 3 tries to get what I wanted. I do it in CPP. For a while, I did use ChatGPT for looking up coding stuff. But now I think using Google is a bit faster. For other stuff, I would use ChatGPT. And they just have a search bar. Oh yeah! ChatGPT, I mean, OpenAI recently released a web browser, didn't they? I didn't actually use it, but I heard Fireship, another YouTuber, review it. It was okay, I guess. Apparently it can automate certain tasks for you. It's kind of like, what was that other feature they released? I don't even remember because nobody used it. It was that feature that can help you make DoorDash orders and automate certain stuff. Apparently it can do that. But apparently it also records a lot of your data, so rip privacy, because its job is to predict what you want and automate tasks, stuff like that. Fern says do not ever use that stuff. One of my coworkers, they used the Perplexity browser. Apparently one of the things it can do is it can automate writing emails for you and send it for you. That sounds so risky. Like it can literally type out emails for you, given, you know, prompt instructions, and then hit send for you. Oh, hi Arpit, hello. Vern says, yeah, like you are not that stupid that you can't think for yourself. I mean, for certain emails, I actually don't want to think. Like, I don't know, maybe if I'm job searching and I'm replying to all the recruiters, or I'm mass sending LinkedIn emails or messages to recruiters, you know, that could be really helpful for like automating job applications. But for normal interactions, yeah, I definitely don't need it. I definitely don't need it to like talk to friends or anything. That would be horrible. I mean, if you are faced with AI, you use AI. Have you guys ever heard of this? What if AI browsers are just a thing, and then in the future, it's just your AI talking to another person's AI? You don't actually interact ever with real human beings online anymore. It's just your AI versus other AIs, and whoever's AI is better wins the social situations, I guess. So it would be in your best interest to have the best, most expensive AI. Ain't AI browsers a thing already? Yeah, Perplexity has one. OpenAI just released one too. Actually, I've heard of other ones too, but I've never used it. Yup, you need to be within 5% or something like that. Oh, you're talking about Arpit's thing at 1850. Dang, sounds hard. Okay, anyways, this Leetcode problem. We have... Ooh, okay. Let's do the easy case first. This is rob me being the current house that I is on, is equal to nums I plus helper. Num stays the same, but you gotta do I plus 2 because you can't rob the adjacent house. And oh, if I is equal to 1, so we do 1 if I is equal to 1, else you do 0. These should be booleans, so this should be set to true. Yeah, if I is equal to, wait, I'm done. This should be 0. 0 is the first index. I can do just about 2 of 4, like 70% of the time. That's me. I do like 2 of 4 every time too, though I've only done like 2 contests. True if I equals 0. Am I doing this right? If I equals 0 and you rob the current house, then this sets to true. Yeah, that's right. Okay, next we gotta do in no rob me. Me being the current house. Okay, what does this equal? If you don't rob me, you just immediately call the helper, right? Let's think of the most common case first. Should I make this bigger, by the way? Sure. No, it looks cleaner like this. So num stays the same. I plus 1 because you can rob the adjacent house. And you didn't rob any house, so this would stay the same. The status of the first robbed house would stay the same. Okay. No rob me. What'd I say? So if you don't rob me... Did I get this mixed up? robbing the last house is for this case, right? I see. Yeah, I kind of got it mixed up in my plan here. But we need to watch out for the last house here. So rob me, let's say it's like 0 by default. So if the current index is on the last house, if I is equal to length of nums, meaning you're on the last house, and you can only rob the last house if you haven't robbed the first house, right? So not first robbed. I think in Python it's just not. Then rob me is equal to this whole shtick. Can't see the text below, the scribbles. By the way, oh, I can move it. Where do I move this? Maybe here? Oh, yeah, that's kind of better. Yeah, that's better, right? Okay, is this right? So we gotta track. We can only rob the last house. I equals length of nums if the first house is not robbed. Else rob me will default to 0. Okay. And then the result is equal to return max of our 2 decisions. So no rob me, and then rob me. Brugas says, bro, how old are you? Ooh, you want to guess how old I am? How old I am? So in the main function, we'll return helper of nums starting from 0, and then first rob will say 0. I think that's it. Yeah? Did I screw up on the robbing me if it's the last house? If I is equal to length of nums, meaning it's the last index. Wait, this is wrong, isn't it? It's -1. I'm 69 years old. Oh my gosh, how did you know? I think Fern gets a prize for guessing right. Thank you. I know I look very young. -1 and not first robbed. Yeah, I knew I screwed up somewhere. So if it's the last index and the first house has not been robbed, then we can update rob me. What about the other cases where it's not the last house? You sound like 22 years old. Oh, I am 26 years old. I guess Stoker Gamer was the closest. Yeah. I guess you guys are pretty close. Okay, I think I screwed up here. I need to take care of the case where you have a good mic. Oh, thank you. You know which mic I have? Stoker says, you're my age. Whoa. You know which mic I have? If you just search up the one, actually I don't even remember the brand. It's that mic featured in that Linus Tech Tips video that you said was decent. It's that mic. I just watched Linus Tech Tips and he's like, this mic is decent and affordable, so I got it. Thank you. Y'all are so nice. So if I is less than lane nums minus 2, or this. So if I is this how you do it? So if it's 0 to the second to last index, or it's the last index and you can rob it, then you rob it. I don't know anymore. Let's see how this goes. Hey, fantastic. We are wrong. Okay, time to start debugging. 3 expected 3, okay. Caitlin says these are so hard. I know. These are hard. Medium problem, more like hard problem. I can solve one easily under 5-6 minutes. How to solve B in contest. I think it's pick not pick like DP. I think so too. That's kind of the strat I'm going for. So like rob, no rob me, rob me. So rob me, we only do this if the length of nums. Man, I'm confusing myself just reading this. If the length of nums minus, if I is less than lane nums minus 2. Arpit says, is it circular? Yeah, it's circular. Or if I is equal to length of nums minus 1 and not first robbed. Oh. Wait. Oh no, I'm confusing myself. Let's just print out our decisions. So, no rob me. Chandu says, are you following a list of problems to practice? Yeah, I'm doing the blind 75 list. There's some famous math questions behind this circular thingy. Oh, no way. Which ones? What's the best way to debug this? Print? Maybe print stuff out? I'm pretty sure what's wrong is this whole shtick right here, except I don't know why. Okay, maybe if we read it carefully to ourselves, we can figure this out. Usually, printing out recursive functions is not helpful for me. So if I is less than length nums minus 2, meaning I is between 0 and the second to last one, or I is equals length of nums minus 1, meaning it's the last index and the first house has not been robbed yet, then the best heist involving robbing me, the current house, is equal to nums I, the current house's value, plus the helper, is equal to nums I plus 2, because you can't rob the next house immediately, and then true if I is equals to 0, else false. And then return max of 2 decisions, rob me or don't rob me. And then you would return as a whole helper nums start at 0. And then first, why did I put 0 here? False? But they should be the same, right? Yeah, that should be the same. So my output was 2. Maybe let's just print out all of our iterations. So let's print the current I. Okay, maybe I will have to print out stuff. So I is equal to I. So the cost of no rob me is equal to this. No rob me and then the best heist robbing me is this. Rob me. Oh, this is going to be confusing to look at. Okay, I equals 0, I equals 1, I equals 2. Yeah, how the frick do you even read this? No rob me 0, no rob me 2. Yeah, this is not helpful. Dang it. Okay, maybe the best way to debug this is to just walk through it with a concrete example. So, let's see. Let's take this example, 232. Yeah. This example over here, output should be 3. So what happens in the beginning? We would call our function with nums, and then 0, and then false, yeah? Is I greater than or equal to length of nums? Nope. No rob me is equal to, so we would recursive call here, helper nums I plus 1, and then first robbed is false. Okay. We would do this other call here of rob me is equal to 0 at first. Is I less than length of nums minus 2? Yes, it is. So you would go here. Rob me is equal to 2 plus the function nums 0, 1, 2 plus 2. Is I equal to 0? Yes, it is. So we will do true over here. Yeah. And then we will return the max of these two. That makes sense to me so far. What happens over here? We would do, is I greater than or equal to length of nums? Nope. So we would do our recursive calls again. We would do f of no rob me is I plus 1, so n, 2, false. Yeah? And then we would do rob me 1 is 1 less than length of nums, which is 3. Oh wait, 3 minus 1. Wait, 3 is 1 less than 3 minus 1. 3 minus 2 is 1 less than 1. Did we screw ourselves over here? Sally says hello. Hello. How are you doing? This is wrong, isn't it? It should be less than, because length of nums minus 1 is the last index. So if we're less than the last index, yay, there we go. Oh, it was literally the difference of a greater than or equal sign. God damn. We got it. Although if I submit now, that was tricky to debug. It was literally this greater than or equal sign. Or this thing. Sir, stop robbing the houses. No, I won't. I'm a laid-off software engineer. I have no choice. The economy, it's so rough. Okay, let's submit this. We're probably gonna get time limit exceeded, but that's okay. We're gonna do caching, and it'll solve all our problems. Caching solves everything. That's a good lesson to learn for real software engineers. Submission rejected. What? Use test case. Dang it. We're really close though. Output is 350. Expect is 340. Why the heck are we just wrong here? Oh. Yeah, what's wrong here? Ryuga says, "Ayo, what was that? You mean the Elden Ring extension? You like it when I submit it?" Hold on, it's running. I have a Elden Ring extension for Leetcode. I don't know, I think it's funny. It makes submitting things wrong funnier. Silas says, "Well, my model is way smoother now." Really? What did you do? And it makes solving stuff even more satisfying. Okay, what is up here? Our output is 350. So it's probably 200 plus 140, 340 plus 10 is 350. Oh, because we robbed the first house. So we can't rob 10 anymore. Why are we still robbing the last house when we robbed the first house? Arpit says, "I think you should try this return. Max f of..." Oh, is that the range? 0 and -2, comma 1, comma n-1 r. And here f is house robber 1 function. Will it work? So you're saying house robber 1, but the max of 0 to the second to last one and 1 to the last one. That's what you're saying? I think that would work. See which is higher, first to last -1 or second to last. I think that could work. I feel like I'm so close on this one though. If I can't get it with my current method, I'll probably switch to that one. Okay, somehow we need to... Somehow we're robbing the last house when we're not supposed to. What is wrong with this condition here? If I is less than length of nums -1, this is the last index. Is it less than it? No, so go to this OR statement. If I is equal to length of nums -1, meaning we're on the last house, and not first robbed. Or I is equals to length of nums -1, and not first robbed. We set true if I is equals to what? Equals 0. Else false. Oh, we keep resetting this. We keep resetting this. So at every index that's not 0, we keep setting this to false. So this variable is completely useless to us. I see. I see, I see. Should we just have a, just for clarity's sake? Just for clarity's sake, let's just separate the whole case I equals 0 apart. If I is equal to 0, rob me is equal to this whole shtick, but first robbin will be set to true. Else if I is less than length of nums minus 1, or you can rob it and it's the last house, then you just pass down first robbed. Okay, let's run this. Runtime error. Oh, right. In Python it's like elif, right? Yay, there we go. Submit this boy. It's gonna get time limit exceeded, isn't it? There we go. We got our time limit exceeded. That is good, no up. I refuse to be bounded by dynamic programming. I mean, I would do it. I will do it. But for now, I will do this. What if I add a add cache here? Just use this test case, run it. Unhashable type list. Oh no. Maybe I just don't pass list here. Just leave it outside. Reference the one that's outside. Does that work? Whoop. Nums. If I do it like this, it will reference the outside one, right? I think that's how Python works. Or maybe you have to do a self dot thing. Oh, list can't be passed here. Same for all my helper functions. Helper. How do I say that name? Istavri? Istavri? Hello, how you doing? Let's go, it worked! It worked! Submit. Ah! Ah, that is so satisfying. With the Elden Ring extension. I love it so much. Behold! Another solve. Istavri says congrats, thank you. Should I try this the bottom-up dynamic programming way? It's kind of late in my time zone, but maybe it's worth trying that out. But first, let me take a sip of water. Oh great, I have no more water. Fantastic. Hello, Istavri, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. I think it would be a good exercise to do this the bottom-up dynamic programming method. So we would have, you know what, let's talk about this first. Let's talk about that. Da na 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 da na 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 No, no. Okay. Let's talk about how we would do this with bottom-up dynamic programming. So in House Robber 1, let's say this was our houses, right? 2, 3, 2. So our indices would be 0, 1, 2. And then this is our DP array. DP. So what's the best? So this DP array would represent the best heist ending at house 0, which would be 2, because you can only rob that house. What if index has 1 here? What's the best heist you can do ending at house 1? It would be either you rob house 3 and then 2 houses before, or you don't rob house 3 and just stop at the house before, because if you rob this house, you can't rob the adjacent house, right? So it would be DP 1, the current index, plus DP the current I minus 2, but in this case it's kind of out of bounds, so it doesn't matter. And then DP I minus 1, yeah. Arbit says, hey, will you attend today Leetcode Weekly? Wait, when is it? It's like 12 a.m. in my time zone. Leetcode.com contest. I will attend this one. This one looks interesting, not your average outlier. Apparently there's a spooky theme today. You know why it's so scary? Because the prizes are worse. Contestants ranked 1st to 20th will have JQ Investments Little Monster Coaster. You get a coaster, Little Monster pen, and then resume referral opportunity or interview opportunity with JQ Investments. But JQ Investments is in China, right? Is it? JQ Investments. The bi-weekly one? Oh, probably not. It's too early in my time zone. I'm sleeping in on the weekend. JQ Investments home. Oh my goodness, can I read any of this? 我来以来, 未来以来, 其可期. I know no idea what this word is. Something about preparing for the future.社会负责 society responsibilities. 了解更多. Alright. Do you guys want to work for a Chinese company? You'll get a resume referral opportunity or interview opportunity if you win. And you get to work in China. Yeah, so this is the DP algorithm, right? That's how you fill up your DP arrays. Yeah. And then you would do this twice, right? One from 0 to the second to last one. 0 to second to last. Or 1 to last. So I guess you would do it twice. Yep, that's the plan. Hey, don't trust they don't give rewards. I win the pen last time, but they didn't connect me. They didn't send you the prize? You won the pen and they didn't send you anything? How could they? No. That really sucks, man. You must have really wanted that pen, huh? They did not contacted you. I see. What? They tricked you. The prizes aren't real? What? I have no idea what these says. Interview tips. Okay, let's implement this. I'm just gonna call this like house robber 1, and it's gonna take nums and then start index, start, end, and it's gonna be inclusive. Oh, okay. Our DP array, DP is equal to 0 at first, I guess. Are the houses are guaranteed to be greater than 0. Maybe for the bogus value, first I'll just do -1 times end minus start plus 1. 0 minus 0 plus, yeah, that's it. Okay. How do we start this up? Do we just brute force the first one? Like, the first one is just equal to no, we could just start off with a loop, right? For I in range start, comma, end plus 1 because it's not inclusive. Yeah, okay, so rob me is equal to, so this is the highest ending at me, is equal to nums I plus dp I minus 2, but we have to be careful if I minus 2 is in range, so I minus 2 if, only if I minus 2 is greater than or equal to 0, else you do 0. Yeah. Do I have to put quotes around here? I don't know, maybe not. And then no rob me is equal to dp I minus 1 if I minus 1 is greater than or equal to 0, else 0. Yeah, and then dp of I, the best highest ending at me is equal to the max of rob me, comma, no rob me. I think that's how it goes, no? I think so. And then over here you return dp end. Yeah, that's probably how it goes, right? And then over here you will return max of house robber 1 with nums here starting at 0 to lane nums minus 1, meaning the last one, and house robber 2 with nums 1. Wait, no, I made a mistake. The second to last one, inclusive. Nums 1. And then lane nums minus 1. I think this is it. Runtime error, invalid syntax. Oh, is it because I forgot all my types? Let me get this out of the way. It doesn't actually tell me what I'm wrong in. Oh, is it defined? House robber 2 is not, oh, it's house robber 1. List assignment out of range. Really? Hey, yesterday they updated the rating point. How much plus delta you got? Oh, let me see. Probably not a lot because I only got 2 questions right. Oh no, don't leave. Cancel. Oh, I'm 16, 17 now. Yeah. What is this? So I went from 1573 to 1617. Yeah. Sick. Thank you. That feels decent. Okay, so apparently DPI is out of bounds here. From start to end. Why are we out of bounds here? I is between start and end. Start and end are from 0 to length nums minus 2. Oh, hold on. There's some trickery here, right? And, oh, it's because... Oh, it's because my length is end minus start plus 1. So if we start at 1, oh, we're going to use the end index over here, right? But we're going to be 1 short over here. Would it be a better idea to just do times length of nums? And then for the ones we don't iterate on, just put 0 by default. No, why? Output is no. Oh, I think I know why. I gotta return. I feel like I do this a lot. Okay, what happened now? 200. So I'm doing 140 plus 10. Why? Why am I not adding 140 to 200 here? Start, comma, n plus 1. Zero times length of nums. We're going 1 through length of nums minus 1 here, so we should be safe index-wise. I in range start, comma, n plus 1. Nums I plus dpi minus 2 if I minus 2 is greater than or equal to 0, else 0. Entertainment.exe says hi. Hello. How you doing? Is this wrong? Should I wrap this in parentheses here? Nums I plus dpi minus 2. Yeah, maybe. Oh, there we go. It was literally just a parentheses. Because this entire thing would be 0 if if I is out of bounds. Oh wait, this entire thing would be 0 if I'm calculating I and I is like 0 or 1. Yeah. Submit. No, why? Okay, nums is 1. Output is 0. Well, we're so close. 73 of 75. Use the test case. Okay, why? Surely we would start at the start, right? For I in range, start, comma, n plus 1. So we would do something like 0 through length of nums minus 2. Yeah, edge cases. You can also solve this problem with friends by setting the link of that window so you can both code together at the same time. You can do that. But this URL is like the same for everyone, no? How does it know? Make edge cases. You know what? I'm so tempted to do that right now. If if length of nums is equal to 1, return nums 0. Literally have 2 cases left. Oh, let's go! We did it, boys. Both recursion and bottom-up dynamic programming. It kind of sucks that this won't take care of the first case of just one thing. From 0 to length of nums minus 2. Oh. I see. So it would be like from 0 to -1, huh? That doesn't even make sense. Perfect is finally. Wow, thanks for the encouragement, man. What is this? Start to end. dp1 is equal to dp2 equals 0. For I in range, start, end. Oh, I think they're only keeping track of the last 2 that they need, huh? To save space. Arpit says, do you play games? Not really, to be honest. There was a time when I played Phasmophobia every week for months straight when it first came out. I don't really do that anymore, though. Yeah. Are there certain games you want to see me play? I don't really play games. I'm open to playing games, though. On rare occasions. Let's see. I do enjoy watching other people play horror games, though. I think a lot of people are like that. I think a lot of people assume they like playing horror games, but when they play it themselves, it's like too scary. It feels better to watch someone else play it. Oh yeah, it's Halloween season, right? Maybe this is a good time for horror games. I wonder if people in my audience would watch it, though. I feel like most people in my audience are subscribed for the Leetcoding, which is what I want to do anyways. I don't know. Are there games you want to see me play or see other people play? I did play some children's coding games here once, and I actually kind of struggled with it. Maybe I'll do more of that. Yeah. Okay, I think now is a nice time to stop. Hopefully it was an okay stream for y'all. Yeah, I'm gonna hop off now. Thanks everyone for tuning in. I will see y'all tomorrow for the spooky contest that's happening. This one. Stoker says good night, good night. Thank you, good night to you too. I wonder what this contest is, not your average outlier. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye, have a good night. Or evening, afternoon, wherever you are. See ya.